Hi everyone, welcome to today's session, and today I'm going to talk about why is it so important for women to be financially independent and to be working. So if you see in today's scenario and what the world is going through, a lot of people are losing jobs. There are a lot of people we see from war-ridden areas where people are losing their homes, their lives, and people are forced to relocate as refugees to different countries. When we look at these times, it becomes all the more important to understand why a woman needs to always have some sort of work in her life, so that she can be a financial contributor and also can sustain her life on her own should there be a situation that arise which requires her to be by herself. So a lot of times when I hear women talk about, I don't need to work. I have plenty. I'm just going to be at home and I'm going to do my own thing. We have a huge business. There is parents to take care of or a husband to take care of financially. To them, I just say one thing, that when we work, it's not necessarily for money. We need to work because we want to stay productively engaged. We want to utilize our time, our education, and our energy and skill sets into doing something very purposeful and productive. If it is for financial benefits, and if that's what aspires you and that's what your need is, then absolutely by all means that should be the driving factor. But if you feel that financially you're very secured and you would not want to work for money, then there are plenty of places and there are plenty of avenues where you can contribute your skill sets for the greater good of humanity and community through certain non-profit initiatives, through social enterprises or a social cause, or even something as small as educating the domestic helpers or their children around your house, giving tuitions, or doing whatever you like, creating a hobby into a passion. And maybe you could look at an alternative source that whatever revenues you earn from that work that you do, you can use that to contribute or do some philanthropic efforts which can improve the lives of others who actually need it. So, in a nutshell, what I do want to convey today is that every day when you sit down by yourself and you're thinking about where your life is going, it is important for you to ask yourself that question, that if everything was to be taken away from you today, your a big house in which you may be living, or all the luxuries that you had, or the safety and the security of the environment that you're living in, for whatever reasons, if that had to go away and you were by yourself, could you sustain by yourself? How would you do that? And that one thought will drive you to start something of your own and try and move towards that financial independence and entrepreneurship. So I request all women to really look inside and um, stretch themselves out, to understand and to think that it's not a choice. It's not that if you're a working professional, you can't be a good homemaker and you can't balance the two things. I think when we start to work, we just become more focused and we are able to multitask. And because of that, we are able to manage our professional as well as our personal life beautifully. And we owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our own self worth, self esteem, to all the amazing education that we have received, that we use that skillfully to give back, to make a more positive impact in the society through our work. So please don't just sit there and waste your time or spend time just doing lunches and gossips. But instead, it's never too late. Create a plan for yourself, even if it means working 3 to 4 hours a day. Something that will make you feel purposeful, something that will help you to understand and repolish your skill sets and use that for delivering to another person or for a social cause a bigger impact, and also which will allow your children to get inspired by you and to understand that no matter how much you may have, it is important to still engage and work productively to keep your mind sharp and to not just work for money because you need to increase your own bank balance, but you can work because you want to do good for others. So I hope this will inspire a lot of women to get back into working and to think of that one business idea that they have, probably have an inkling on, and start their own entrepreneurial journey. And also to create an environment in the house where you're constantly inspiring your younger generation to always keep working, as not as an option but working as a part of your life, that's a must do. Thank you.